Hello artists! Today we are going to be doing a fun name activity to reinforce what we learned about complementary colors. And you are going to pick one pair of complementary colors to work with. So you can work with red or green, or you could work with orange and blue. And last but not least, you could work with purple and yellow. It's whatever you want to do. So let's get started. For this, you want to grab a white piece of paper and a pencil. If you are feeling brave, you can try to start off with a black marker, but I would not advise starting with a black marker. It's much easier to start with a pencil in case you make any mistakes. You can just erase it, and once you're done with the pencil, then you can trace it with the black marker. I am going to show you how to do this with a black marker. That way you can see it clearly. So all we're going to do is make a swirl to start with. I am going to start in the middle of my paper, and then I'm going to move towards the edge. You can move towards any edge in any direction that you want, but you just want to start in the middle and move your way to either your top edge or your bottom edge. You want to try to fill the entire paper because you want it to be nice and big. When I'm doing my swirl, I like to keep my elbow tight to my body. I don't move my wrist that much. I mainly move my arm. We all draw a little bit differently. That's just what works best for me. Swirls, it just takes practice. So I'm going to start off in the middle and move my way towards this edge. So now, this is where it gets kind of tricky. So I'm going to write the first letter of my name right here, and then it's going to rotate and start to rest on this line. And when I'm making my letters, I want them to touch from top to bottom. I don't want there to be a lot of gaps. So just watch. I'm writing out my name, Miss is Webb. So that's my M right there. So your first letter will go in the middle. And then you want to rotate. I know it's kind of confusing. So after you make your swirl, you write the first letter of your name normally. And then you spin it around so that way your next letter can touch this edge. So just like that. So this is an E. My E touches from top to bottom. And then after I'm done with my name, writing it the first time, I write it again until I completely run out of space. And I just want to continue it just a little bit longer so I can finish up my name. And that is it. That is all we are doing for the swirl. So again, you make your swirl, you draw it out, then you write your first letter of your name, and then you spin it around, and then you start to just write your name inside. So I don't want to have any spaces because we are going to be coloring everything in. So now you want to get your colors out. I am going to be using yellow and purple. Yellow and purple. So I have my dark purple, my light purple, my golden crayon, and then my yellow crayon. And my dog actually ate some of my crayons, so you can even see there's a little bite mark on there. So that's why my yellow is so tiny. You can also use markers too if you have them. Okay, so I'm just going to start off in the middle. I'm just going to alternate between my colors. So I'm going to start off with my dark purple, then move on to my darker version of my yellow, which is my gold. These are actually the colors of the college I went to, James Madison University, JMU. A lot of school colors are actually complementary colors because complementary colors, they look good together. So Christmas, for instance, when you think of Christmas, you might think of red and green, and those are complementary colors. You can find complementary colors everywhere. It's totally up to you how you want to color in your project. I just don't want the same colors to touch. So after you are done coloring in your spiral name design, you are all done with your project.